All right, welcome, word detectives. Let's jump right into this high-stakes boot camp where competitive spellers learn how to decode words instead of just blindly memorizing them. Today, we are focusing on what is arguably one of the most powerful tools in your spelling arsenal. Picture this. You're standing on that terrifying championship stage, the lights are glaring, the audience is dead silent, and then the pronouncer hits you with a word you've literally never heard before in your life. What's your move? Do you freeze up? Do you take a wild guess? Just panic? Absolutely not. You don't panic. You become a word detective. See, champions, they don't sweat it on that stage. They use their detective skills to smash that unknown word down into manageable, bite-sized pieces. They look for the hidden building blocks, because once you find those pieces, the mystery of the entire word just vanishes. So here's our bootcamp syllabus for today to build up your ultimate decoding toolkit. We'll hit the word detective formula, meet the root squad, unlock suffix castle power, and finally we'll dodge those masterclass traps. Okay, kicking things off with section 1, the word detective formula. This is the exact 4-step blueprint the pros use to unlock thousands of words. Here's how it actually works in the heat of the moment. Step 1, spot that MAL. Step 2, hunt down whatever other root is attached to it. Step 3, mentally swap out MAL for the word bad. And step 4, put it all together to construct your final meaning. Boom, that's exactly how elite spellers process words under immense pressure. Moving right along to section 2, the root squad. Because, the root mal, it doesn't do all the heavy lifting by itself. It brings a team. Think of Mal as the team captain. These supporting roots tell you exactly what kind of bad thing is going down. Check out these teammates. We've got function, which means to work, nutrition, meaning nourishment, and practice, meaning a professional action. Knowing these secondary roots, it's literally like having a cheat code for how the word behaves. Listen to how perfectly this word math works out. We combine bad and work, and what do we get? Malfunction. It's such an elegant equation, right? Bad plus work equals working badly. You aren't just memorizing the word malfunction here. You're building it from scratch using pure logic. Now, as you gear up for those brutal advanced rounds, you've got to master these higher-level squad members. Volent means wishing. Factor points to a doer. Dict or diction is all about speaking or saying. And feasance, well, that's the act of doing. These are your heavy hitters, the ones that love to show up when the competition gets really fierce. Let's apply our formula here. Bad plus wishing perfectly unlocks the word malevolent. It sounds like this giant, intimidating monster of a word, doesn't it? But chop it in half. It's just male meaning bad and volent meaning wishing harm. Just like that, you've effortlessly decoded a championship-level vocabulary word. All right, on to section 3, suffix castle power. Time to look at the tail ends of these words and grab some serious suffix power. So a suffix is basically a group of letters slapped onto the end of a word that tells us what kind of word we're dealing with and exactly how it acts in a sentence. Think of it like a video game power-up. It helps you stop staring blindly at a massive, scary word and start recognizing familiar, predictable patterns. You'll really want to lock this suffix castle chart into your memory, because knowing if a word is an action or just a description, that'll completely save your life on stage. Take us or inches. Those mean full of or having. Then you've got ant or ent, which mean acting in a certain way. And ion or ans turn things into nouns that name a condition or an action. It's literally the grammar map for your spelling. Notice what happens here. When we mix our root knowledge with that os suffix, decoding a tricky 3-part word like malodorous becomes a piece of cake. We've got mal for bad, odor for smell, and ous for full of. Put them together. Full of bad odor. The pieces just click into place like building blocks. Now we're stepping into the sparring ring for section 4, masterclass traps. We're going to tackle the exact spots where spellers usually trip up, hear that dreaded ding, and get eliminated. Trap number 1, you absolutely must remember to add the ious when you're shifting from a noun to an adjective. Malice is the noun, right? It means harmful intent. But malicious is the adjective describing something harmful. If the pronouncer asks for the adjective and you drop those suffix letters, you'll be walking off that stage. Next up is the opposites trap. Seriously, one single letter changes the whole game here. You've got to train your ear to catch the subtle difference between the bad mal and the good bene. Malevolent means wishing harm, but benevolent means wishing good. You really have to listen super closely to that very first syllable. Look at how tossing that extra CY onto the end completely morphs the word from an adjective into a noun. Malignant describes a harmful thing, but malignancy is the harmful condition itself. Do not let the intense pressure of the spotlight make you confuse the adjective for the noun. And here's that high-stakes mal versus ben rule again, but this time it's applied to our speaking and doing roots. A malediction is bad speaking, so a curse. A benediction is good speaking, a blessing. Same thing with a malefactor, which is a bad doer, versus a benefactor, a good doer. Always, always run the word through that good versus bad filter. Advanced spellers, perk your ears up for this one, because these roots mean totally different things in a legal context. Malfeasance means an outright wrongful, bad action. But misfeasance, that means the improper performance of an action that was otherwise lawful. Totally different roots, entirely different meanings, and you've got to know the distinction. Okay, if you literally take nothing else away from this boot camp, permanently cement this golden rule into your brain. MAL equals bad. Whenever you hear that sound from the pronouncer, instantly flip that switch in your head. That one quick reflex is going to anchor your entire strategy under the bright lights. Excellent work today, detectives. Here's a quick sneak peek at the intense challenges we've got lined up for you in Part 4 of this masterclass series. We're going to dive into advanced MAL words, some killer memory tricks, an interactive quiz, a rapid review, and finally, a full-blown championship spelling bee challenge to really put your new skills to the test. You really not have to fear those unknown words anymore. You've got the blueprint. You've got the Root Squad backing you up. So now that you're armed with the ultimate word detective formula, the only real question left is, are you ready to conquer that championship round? What secret word will you decode next? Keep practicing, and I'll see you in Part 4.